If you thought the Eb and Etzebeth saga had reached maximum outrage, Matt Williams has just escalated it to a whole new level. The former Leinster and Scotland head coach delivered one of the harshest condemnations yet, describing Etzebeth's act as nothing less than a dog act, and insisting that his behaviour smashed the social contract of rugby itself. Etzebeth, now serving a 12-match suspension following his red card in the 73-0 destruction of Wales, has been criticised by pundits, ex-players, referees and even former teammates. But Williams went further, much further. Writing for the Irish Times, he unleashed a blistering attack on the Springbok lock's conduct. The action that still sits at the pinnacle of the dog act table is regrettably still with us, he wrote. The senselessly violent act of Eben Etzebeth in attacking the eye of Welsh back rower Alex Mann did not just break the boundaries of the social contract of what is physically acceptable in our game, it smashed it. In Cardiff last weekend in the 78th minute, despite South Africa leading 73-0, Etzebeth broke the game's law and rugby's law. Williams then praised the referee and TMO for issuing a full red card, saying it finally silenced critics of the 20-minute red card rule. To the officials' credit, Etzebeth was correctly given a full red card by the referee, putting to bed once and for all the ridiculous arguments that the 20-minute red card had undermined the referee's ability to correctly sanction egregious foul play. Etzebeth received a full red card because his actions were on a totally different level of violence when compared to accidental head contact in a mistimed tackle. Our regulators have correctly changed the sanctions to differentiate between the two, and the backlash hasn't stopped there. Former hooker Bismarck du Plessis called it a horrible incident. Skalk Berger joked that Etzebeth would have been better off punching Mann before adding that it was silly. Nigel Owens, Ben Youngs and others have all weighed in, all critical. For Williams, this widespread condemnation is necessary. What has been good for rugby is the condemnation of Etzebeth's actions by players, coaches and all sections of the media. It was an ugly, violent and dangerous act, he continued. Then came his justification for the severity of the sanction. The 12-game suspension that was handed down by the judiciary is a substantial punishment. The length of the suspension was not just because eye gouging is a dog act, but because it was committed by one of our game's best players. Being a role model carries both responsibilities and consequences. Williams argues that the ban is a warning to future generations. Rugby's message regarding eye gouging to future generations has been made crystal clear. By giving Etzebeth a 12-week suspension, World Rugby is telling our current generation and those of the future that eye gouging is completely taboo. And then he struck at Etzebeth's legacy. What makes Etzebeth's actions even more horrendous is that there is no doubt that after 141 test caps, he will rightly sit inside the pantheon of all-time great Springboks second rowers. He has been a player of immense influence and standing within our game. His outstanding abilities and prowess should have been a shining light for future generations. Instead, his actions serve as a warning beacon of the consequences that await any player who stoops to the lowest of the low and gouges a fellow player's eyes. Finally, he delivered the message he believes the judiciary wants the world to hear. No matter your status, no one is bigger than the game and its laws. There always were and always will be individuals in every sport who lose control of their emotions and commit senseless acts of violence. When they fail, no matter the profile of the player, the game's judiciary must confront and punish them severely or risk losing the social contract that protects every participant now and into the future. Williams pulled no punches. He has framed Etzebeth's actions not just as foul play, but as a moral failure that threatens the very fabric of rugby. But now the question for fans is this: is Matt Williams right, or is he exaggerating and using Etzebeth as a symbolic target? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Green and Gold Army News for more explosive Springbok coverage.